Have you created an NMC online account yet? Do you understand what each one of these parameters you are seeing on here mean? If you have answered no to this question, you don't have to worry. In today's video, I'm going to take you through each one of these parameters so that if you have created an account, you know what to expect or you know what each one of these entails. So without wasting much time, come with me. Alright, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mwajman. If today is your first time seeing me, I officially welcome you to my channel. I talk about nursing, I talk about lifestyle, I talk about content creation and everything I believe adds value to your life. So if you think the topic I share interests you, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and then don't forget to like these videos so that probably YouTube sees the relevance of it and then shares it to as many people as they can. So I believe that at this point you might have created your NMC account and you are seeing each one of these and you are like, what do they mean? Don't worry, at the end of this video you get to understand what to expect or what each one of these parameters entails so that it becomes easier for you to go through your NMC registration. So as you can see, this is a screenshot of someone's NMC application portal, and I'm just going to use this as an educational purpose so that if you want to go through this process it becomes a bit easier for you. So if you create an NMC online account, the very first thing you're going to see is this page. Okay, so on here, let me just pick my pen. On here you see your NMC PRN, so this stands for NMC personal reference number, so that number should be on here. And as the name implies, personal reference number, it's specific to you. So let's say you have an issue with the UK NMC or you have an issue with your application and you want to report it, so probably you've got to quote this number. It is this number that the UK NMC will use to identify you so that your problem is solved. Okay, so it's called personal reference number, and that is what you are seeing on here. Now right under that you see your NMC PIN. So this is not showing on here, it's just because you are not registered with the UK NMC yet. Okay, so the first time you create an NMC online account or the first time you start your NMC application doesn't mean that you have a PIN. You are only issued a PIN to practice as a registered nurse or midwife in the UK when you have passed your OSCE and then your CBT. Okay, yeah, so this is something you have to take into consideration. Yeah, and right under that you could see what we call the fee expiry date. So this is not also showing as well, it's just because this person is not registered. Now once you pass your OSCE and CBT and then you are registered with the UK NMC, I mean you are issued a PIN. What that PIN says that your PIN is valid for solid 1 year. This is similar to most countries. Every year you've got to renew it. So once you become a registered nurse or midwife, the UK NMC will show you your expiry date. That is when you are due to renew your PIN. So that will be shown on there as well. Then right under that we have what we call the revalidation application date. This happens every 3 years. The simplest explanation I can give to revalidation is much more of you sitting back after 3 years and then reflecting your practice as a nurse or midwife in conjunction with the UK NMC's code of conduct. So you'll be asking yourself a lot of questions, writing reflections, and then trying to find out if your practice has really conformed to the UK NMC's code of standard. So the date will be shown on there for you as well so that you know when this is happening and then you start preparing. And we have renewal dates. So this I would say normally is in conjunction with your NMC PIN. When are you supposed to renew your PIN? I said it every year. Okay, so yeah, that's something you have to take into consideration. Now with all this said and done, let's come down here and then look at this. You can see that you have registered nurse adult initial registration. So once you create an NMC online account, you'll be shown what field of nursing you are on. So you have adult nursing, you have pediatric nursing, you have mental health nursing, you have midwifery. So whatever category you choose will be shown on here as well. So sometimes people do say they made a mistake by choosing the wrong, field of nursing. That will be shown on here, and you can either call the UK NMC to rectify that. And let's say at the point you feel like I don't want to continue with my UK NMC registration anymore, or at the point you feel like you've made a mistake that you want to cancel your application, all you've got to do is to use the pink button that says cancel application. Okay, you've got to click on here and then your application will be cancelled. But one thing you should understand is that once your application is cancelled, all the documents you have uploaded, everything goes back to square zero. Okay, so you got to start all over again. And yeah, so just know when you want to cancel your application, and then ask yourself, is it really relevant? Would it cost you, or is it much more beneficial? So just find out before you take this action. Again, when you click on this icon, okay, it will show you the status of your NMC application. Normally you may see either outstanding or in progress, probably. Yeah, so it's just to tell you that certain things have still not been done on your NMC portal. So that is something you have to also understand. So now let's look at the main stuff. Okay, so the concept of the NMC portal is to outline all the processes or all the things you've got to do to ensure that you register the UK NMC successfully. So you can see that on here it starts with eligibility and then qualification, and you can see that under that there are different segments. So the question is, what do they mean by eligibility and then qualification? So before the UK NMC allows you to join their register, they've got to find out the status of you back home. So what this means is that they're going to liaise with your home country NMC to ask a couple of questions about you, as to whether you were practicing back in your home country and what field of nursing were you. So they've got to do all this background check, and after which they will say you are eligible to register with them, or you are eligible to join their register. So they do this under the eligibility and then qualification. So what happens is that once you start your NMC online application, you'll be asked a couple of questions where they would want to know which field of nursing you want to join. They will also want you to upload your valid passport, your nursing qualification or midwifery qualification. They would also want you to upload your training regulators details. That is your home country's NMC details, because they'll be contacting them and then trying to find out much more about you. So that, yeah, so all this process happens under the eligibility and then qualification. So once you put your application through, that will be in preparation. Okay, and you can see that I've got a plus sign on here. It means that under that there are more action that needs to be taken. So let's look at that. So when you click on the plus sign, you see a couple of things happening. So it says in preparation, the status is completed, application has been received. So the UK NMC application comes in two forms. You have the first part and then the second part. And the first part has to do with the eligibility and the verification check. Okay, so once you put that through, the UK NMC will say your application has been received. Okay, and when you make a £140, that would also indicate on here. Now the £140 is just to undergo verification, and that is paid to the UK NMC, and then this amount cannot be refunded in case the UK NMC does her checks on you and then they think you are not eligible to join their register. You can't get this money back. Okay, now once this is done, what happens here is that they'll be waiting on your third party verification. Now when you say third party verification, what the UK NMC means is that they want to hear from your home country's NMC. Okay, so here they will tell you to probably communicate with them for your home country NMC to have a chat with them to stabilize your status as to whether you're eligible to work or join their register. Okay, so here once your home country's NMC respond to the UK NMC, that will be shown as completed. So this part is called third party verification, and I hear the UK NMC will send you an email confirming that your third party verification has been successful or something like that. And then right under that you can see what we call the qualification regulator verification. So here I think it's much more of once you're doing your NMC registration, you'll be asked to upload your regulator qualification, and that is the qualification you received when you were declared a nurse, a registered nurse or midwife in your home country. Okay, so the UK NMC will undercheck that as well to see whether that regulator qualification or whether that certificate you uploaded is valid, and if it is, they will say it has been received. Okay, so you can click on the view on here to do a couple of tweaks and stuff, and they also have to evaluate your application in the first stage, and if that is done, probably they will say completed. So you go on NMC portal and then you see that whatever has been completed or whatever has been received is showing on here. Once all that is done, you receive a message from the UK NMC saying that we've checked your eligibility and then reviewed your qualification, and we are happy to tell you that you can apply to join our register. Okay, so you receive this message when the first stage of the application is done. That is when you've paid your verification fee, and your home country's NMC has liaised with the UK NMC. They've done all their qualification checks and stuff. You receive this message. They will say your qualification isn't comparable to an NMC approved program, so you need to take the test of competence to continue your application. And then they specified how the test of competence is all about. So with the test of competence, you are going to look at CBT and then OSCE. Okay, and you remember I said once you pass these two exams, you are liable to get your PIN so that you become a registered nurse or midwife. So at this point, you could see that the first part of the application has been done. That has to do with qualification and eligibility. Now moving on to the second part, right after receiving that email I read to you, what happens is that you've got to start preparing for your CBT or your OSCE. And that zooms you into the second part of the application. So here you can see that this person's application is still in progress. The status is in progress because OSCE is outstanding, CBT is outstanding. Okay, once you write your CBT and pass, that will be shown on here as passed or something like that. Okay, yeah, so that is something to take into consideration. Now to zoom into the second stage of the application, even though you might have written your OSCE and then your CBT, what happens here is that you've got to upload certain documents. Okay, and until that documents are uploaded and submitted to the UK NMC, your NMC application will not be completed. Even though you might have passed your OSCE, you might have passed your CBT, you may not have a PIN yet. That is to say that your application is not completed. Okay, so in as much as I'm saying that you get your PIN once your OSCE is written, you've got to ensure that everything on the portal is well said and done. So all you've got to do is to click on the apply now button, and then there you'll be asked to declare your health. That is where you get a certified medical officer to declare your health. So the UK NMC will send an email to this person, probably to tell much more about your health as to whether you are fit to practice nursing in the UK or not. Then there will be a point for them to do what we call a character reference check. So that is where you have to upload your police clearance and stuff. And then there's an option where they have to do what we call the scope of practice. It's just a way to ensure that apparently it's much more of your work plan. Okay, when you join a NMC register, what's the way forward? And we have declaration. You have to also provide evidence of your English language proficiency. To all these things go on and on and on. And at the final part, you've got to make a payment of £153. So that is what we term as the application fee. Until this payment is made, you cannot submit your application. And remember, if your application is not submitted, your name may not be on the UK NMC's register, even though you might have passed your CBT and stuff. Yeah, but ensure that you pay this amount, and then once you pay that, there will be an option that says submit. You've got to click on that to submit your application. Now once you go through your NMC application and everything is said and done, you've submitted your application and written your OSCE, done your CBT, and everything is done, what happens here is that you would receive your PIN. Okay, you've got to receive your PIN. So when you come on here, this is the NMC PIN. You definitely see that on here, and the fee expiry date will be shown as compared to what we saw earlier. Your revalidation date will be shown as well, renewal date also on here, and then your qualification will be specified. So this person's qualification is registered nurse adult, and the date the person registered with the UK NMC will be shown on here. So that is the day you passed your OSCE. Okay, and then your registration status will be set as effective with a green tick. So this is something you have to take into consideration. So basically, this is all you've got to understand about the UK NMC portal. Just bear in mind that it's just a step-by-step process you've got to go through to ensure that your registration with the UK NMC is done. But what I want to say is that it's not really compulsory to do them just as they have been outlined. Okay, you can do them at your convenience. What do you think probably you have available? You can just sort that one out as quickly as possible whilst you work on the others. So this is something you have to take into consideration. I believe that this video has been very much helpful to you, and that if you have an NMC online account and you are struggling with each one of these parameters, you know what to expect or what to do. And if you're about registering the UK NMC, I know that this information will also help you to, zoom into action and not be found wanting. Thank you very much for being with me up to this point. My name is Staff Mwajman. If you have not subscribed to this channel at this very point, what I want to say is that hit the subscribe button and become part of the family so that we learn together. Also, don't forget to share this video, and then don't forget to like. Thank you. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye.